for each wheel, so it can dance around however you want it to. And 6.5 feet of the 8 gauge stuff there, so a bit heavy.
Yeah, we're over in the paddock and we've just seen this car, a lowrider, dancing on all four wheels. It's a fantastic sight to see, and this is your car, Dan.
Yep, it certainly is, yep.
Tell us a bit about it.
So it's a 1961 Ford Thunderbird, fully kitted out lowrider, as you can see. So it's 4 pumps, so a pump per wheel with 4 dumps as well. And yeah, 6 batteries running 24 volts.
Which is quite powerful. Yeah. Also holding a lot of weight in the back with those batteries as well. But it's a big car anyway. So how do the hydraulics work on this?
So it's basically just like you'd find on like a digger or a lorry. So it is literally a hydraulic ram.
It's all controlled in here.
So yeah, you got your switch gear in the centre of the car, and then yeah, it's basically like you say.
Which one runs these rams at the back?
So you've got a pump that controls each ram on each corner. So as you flick a switch, it then powers up, chucks a load of oil into the line, and just up she comes quite quickly.
And what sort of height do we get? What's the difference?
It's on, I think, 8-inch rams, so it comes up just under a foot high, and then obviously slammed right down to the floor when you deck it out.
Right. And you've got a bass speaker in here.
Yep.
in the boot.
Yep. I wanted it in the car.
I was going to say, why not in the back of the car?
Unfortunately, there was nowhere to put it. It's like the longest car in the world, but there's very little space anywhere.
Is it, really?
Yeah.
I think there would be.
So yeah, I thought I'd paint it up nice and stick it in the boot, make a little feature of it.
This is quite a lot of power with 6 batteries in here to run this. I mean, how long does that last when you're operating?
I haven't had it go flat on me yet. So basically, it will tell you when it's starting to get low. Obviously, with batteries, it will just move a bit slower, and then you just charge it up when you need to, basically.
Be on the way out when it's creaking up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, you just got to basically listen to the car and what it's doing.
So I mean, the whole thing is totally modified, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some strength.
Is your own work, or have you bought it like this?
Bought it like this just over a year ago now.
All right,
I've started putting my own touches on it, speakers and just stuff like that. Redone the boot to make it look a bit nicer. And next up, I'll be adding some metal flake to the paint and making that match the interior really.
Right. I mean, it is quite a striking interior on this anyway, isn't it? It's it's not quiet.
I fell in love with it. Girlfriend needed convincing, so she had to see it in person before she fell in love with it, but it's just me all over. It's brash, it's in your face, it's your nan's sofa, I've had it called anything, so you've got to be a certain person.
It looks like it's kind of a Draylon-y sort of...
Full crushed velvet.
It's crushed velvet?
Yeah, with shag pile carpet with some glittery bits thrown in for good measure.
Yeah. And diamonds on your seats there. Yeah.
Unfortunately not real, but yeah. You can see it's five switches each side, so you can do individual wheels, front, right, left side, front, and you can basically do whatever you like with it. And then there's the panic mode, which basically makes it seesaw from side to side, and however fast you do it is however quick the car moves. So it gets a bit crazy inside it.
Oh great, good fun. Engine wise, what are we running here?
It's 6.5 litre V8, so Ford 390 engine. So she's juicy but worth it.
I was going to say not too many miles to the gallon.
Exactly, especially not now. She weighs about 3 tons as well, with all the strengthening and there's a lot of weight going on inside her.
So do you have to obviously beef up the suspension, chassis?
Yeah, she's in the boot. It's basically got a beam that runs from one side to the other, and then it's got a sort of like a frame wrap on the inside as well, because it's a unibody car. There's only so much you can do with it.
Right.
But it's got beefed up front suspension mounts, and then the strengthening in the rear as well. So you just got to be a bit careful with it where it's a unibody.
Yeah, your partner mentioned bearings.
Yeah, I shattered a rear wheel bearing at Brands Hatch, being a bit playful with it. On the way home it tried locking up the wheel and had to get trailered home on the girlfriend's birthday of all days.
Goodness, that's not so good, is it really?
So
so you've got to be careful when you're doing it.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
do
part
it
of the fun. You dance, you play, and you break things, and then you fix it again and repeat the process.
I mean, it's certainly an eye catcher, isn't it? And there's quite a scene in the UK for lowriders.
Annoyingly, not so big. There is up in sort of like the Midlands area. There's quite a few, but most of the shows that encapsulate them are probably about a 3 or 4 hour drive away.
Right.
And there's a few on the south coast, but it's not a big thing over here.
So
it's not a massive thing over here yet, but it's getting there.
You see a few around, don't you?
Yeah.
Various.
But as you say, it's massive in America. So.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's one of the words it's been called. Yep. You either hate it or love it.
I don't know how to describe it really. It is it's brash, it's bold, it's in your face, isn't it?
Yeah. And for me, it's part of the charm that not everyone likes it. That is when people try and politely say they don't like it, that I kind of find it funny.
It draws a crowd. We had a good crowd around here just now looking at it when you were operating it, so you're not afraid of the attention.
No, you can't be shy knowing it, that's for sure.
No,
it's definitely not a car for a recluse.
Definitely not. Lovely, well thanks for showing us around. Great.
Glad you enjoyed
it today. Cheers, Dan.